Okay, we're going to do the exact script of what we use with someone when we go through the B-Pro process. So Stephanie, come on in. How are you, Stephanie?
Hi.
I'm Trevor. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Go ahead and have a seat. And I understand that Dr. always referred you to getting a screening done.
Yes.
The hardest part of your job is just to relax. So take a deep breath. And you just want to sit back, your feet flat on the floor, and pretend like this is a recliner, and this is the armrest to your recliner, and just relax. You can play with that too, that's great. So I know we already did your blood pressure. The hardest part of your job is to just relax. You can practice that now. And my job is just to find the little we're going to use this measure with. So let me get my watch here. And if you have any questions, I can answer those for you as well. So let me get this set. Sometimes I get this right on the first go, and sometimes it takes me a few times to get set. So let's see if I get lucky on the first try. This will be a little more snug than a watch, by the way. Set your wrist down like that. Turn on the machine. Excellent. I look like I get a good read. Let me go ahead and calibrate it now and see if we've got the waveform we're looking for. Excellent. Now what I'm going to do is, it looks like you've got a very strong heart. I can see the waveform here. I'm going to wait for it to complete a cycle and look at it a little bit closer. Excellent. That's exactly the read that I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and start your calibration here in just a few seconds. Stephanie, do you have any questions while I do that?
Not at this time.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. It's hard for me to do two things at once. Let me enter your blood pressure here. We're almost ready to get started. So take a nice deep breath and relax. And pretend in this recliner you have a big screen TV right in front of you, and you're just going to watch TV. You only need to be still for 60 seconds. We're going to start now. So no talking and no moving for 60 seconds. And I'm going to give you an idea of what we're actually going to be measuring here. So if you want to move over in front of me. Now, this is called cardio pulse wave technology. So what this machine is going to give us are two readings. One is of your heart's health, and another is of your arterial health. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, the characteristics of your heart, depending on this measure, we're going to go ahead and chart and then have a recommendation for what you can do to improve your cardiovascular health. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Excellent. So the way that your heart works, there is actually, this device replaces a machine or a surgery that would cut in through your, it's a surgery that they go in through like your artery down here, and they stick a catheter up to your heart to get the root pressure at the base of your aorta. It's called your central aortic systolic pressure, your CASP. We're going to go ahead and do the same measure in 60 seconds. You're almost done, and you're doing great, by the way. I can see from the screen. You're doing great. You're almost done. We're going to get that measure of your CASP for your heart's health. We're also going to get a measure of your arteries. So you're done. Your 60 seconds is up. You did a great job.
Thank
Let me
you.
turn off the device really quickly. I squeeze those same two buttons to do that. And remove the watch. There you go. And the last thing, Stephanie, before I look at your results, is I want to share with you what's going to go on and how we look at your arterial health as well. This is a picture of a healthy coronary artery. And we all start off, I'll use my little pen as a pointer here. We all start off healthy coronary artery without any plaque buildup. As we age, however, we all get plaque that develops inside of our arteries. It's kind of like not a question of do I have plaque, but a question of how much plaque we actually have. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Excellent. And so this is what they call hardening of the arteries. So we want to go ahead and find a way to reverse that. Now, when we have spasms inside of our artery, we can have limited blood flow. You see how that might squeeze it down?
Yes.
Now, traditionally, doctors actually use this machine to measure whether or not people's medicines were working inside their system. But we're going to give you an alternative of using a natural way that your body can heal itself. The inside of this lining is called endothelium. And what we found is that in 1998, I'm going to use this little book here, the Nobel Prize was won by Dr. Louis Ignario, and he found that with the right ingredients, with the right combination of L-arginine and L-citrulline, that we can prevent and reverse heart disease and strokes. So we give our body what it needs so that it can heal itself. This book is called No More Heart Disease. NO standing for nitric oxide. And we give our body what it needs with the combination of L-arginine and L-citrulline. our body will go ahead and this endothelium will create its own nitric oxide, which will end up, and I'll read it for you so that I don't get it wrong. The Nobel Prize in Medicine confirmed that L-arginine is the most powerful trigger of nitric oxide production in the body, and that when L-arginine is converted to nitric oxide, it relaxes the blood vessels, reduces stress on the heart, and improves circulation. So we can now prove that we can reverse heart disease. The good thing here too is we work with Dr. Joseph Prendergast, who is been a practicing endocrinologist for 30 years, and he actually for the last 20 years has had over 8,000 patients go through his practice, 85% of which had were high risk for heart attacks and strokes. They were 85% were diabetic patients. He hasn't had one heart attack or stroke in over 20 years. So is that good or good?
Fantastic.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and look at your report. And again, we're going to get an idea of the of how old you are on the inside. Okay. So I'm going to click Browse right here to find it. Oh, I'm going to go back just for 1 second. In order to find your report on the screen, I go to the little button here called Report. I click on that. I'm then going to go to open the file that we just took your waveform. And all I've got to do is type your name in here. I find Stephanie Allen. I open it, and I've got a series of waveforms. So now I'm going to take the best, most accurate waveform and put the results down on the page.